Joe in real life. Okay, so I know I've developed this weird habit lately of not evidencing any of the exercise that I'm doing. I'm not posting any videos of exercise. I'm just kind of ranting. I'm gonna fix that. I just can't figure out an interesting way to film it. And also, I'm not doing any real weight, and it's embarrassing to me. And that's on me, you know? That's like, that's a problem in my little boy heart. But all that being said, today's workout was pretty interesting. Sorry, I got the sun there. Over the last couple sessions, I felt it getting a lot easier. I start with a sled pull. It's about 50 pounds. And I pull it a third of a mile backwards. And I'm going at a pretty good clip at about 11 minutes. So, like, that's slower than walking speed, but you got to keep in mind it's backwards. Close to 3 miles an hour. And I feel good and warm after doing that. And the knees over toes has been going pretty easy. I've been feeling pretty confident with the work. So today, I got it in my head, I'll up the sled 5 pounds. And I'll up the seated good mornings 5 pounds. So 55 pounds for both. And that'll be it. I'll just keep it the same because it's working, so I don't want to change a lot. And I got this wild idea. The whole workout takes me about 35, 40 minutes, depending on how lazy I am on a given morning. I take very little rest between exercises, maybe a minute tops. The sled to the first exercise takes a little longer, right? But my idea this morning is really that it's kind of like just one exercise. It's kind of like one kind of superset experience where I just move from beginning to end with very little rest. And yeah, man, it compounds. Like, just 5 pounds on 2 exercises, 2 out of the 8 or 9, I guess, at this point. And first of all, right away, my sled. I think I said usually a hair over 11 minutes when I come in with 50 pounds. Today at 55, it was 13 and a half. That's quite a bit slower. And I worked quite a bit harder, but I didn't feel like I was moving any slower. And then immediately I felt it in all the other movements, you know? Just this like muscular fatigue and this complete loss of coordination. It was wonderful. I'm describing it as a negative, but like I could really feel the impact of just like a little bit more resistance. The video turned off for no reason. My thumb probably hit it. Who knows? But yeah, just a little more load, a little more resistance, and a little more time under tension. Or actually quite a bit more time under tension, if I'm totally honest. Really hit me, you know? And then I got to the seated good mornings. And like I was already feeling pretty fatigued and warmer than normal. And boy, like last time I did 50 for 25 reps. And honestly, it wasn't that serious, you know? And 55, I think I got 15 or 16 reps. And I had to stop. Like I was committed to going to at least 20. And it wasn't happening. It was like doing a cheat curl, but with my entire body. And then I moved on to the Zerchers. I moved on to the Zercher Jefferson curl. And it was funny. I had such like a pump in my my gams, my hind quarters, that I really felt like an intense tugging. I kind of deep in my groin, and definitely more on the right side than the left side, which tracks with some of the mobility and imbalance difficulties I've been having. Then I did my step-ups, and my left breezed through them. Doesn't even count as work. And my right, it was agonizing. I could not get my knee to track over my toes. It just kept collapsing inward. And, the last 15 of the 25 reps, just ugliness. Just real suffering, Just like constantly having to recorrect and just feeling the frustration of a child bubble up inside of me as I try to get my leg to orientate in a direction that makes sense. I could do 25 ugly reps with my right side easy. It's just a few inches. But the whole point of this exercise is to reinforce proper movement patterns. It's absolutely dizzying and infuriating work. I highly recommend it, honestly. If you have a mobility issue or an asymmetry, really isolate it. Really baby step that thing. And boy, you're gonna experience some emotions. I'll tell you that. You're gonna the most childish version of myself was at the surface just 10 minutes ago. Really frustrating. Really just whimpering and just petulant, Well worth the price of admission, which in this case was the cost of a giant block of wood that I found. So pretty low. That's where I am today. I'm taking the day off. I'm going to help my son do some adulting. I don't want to go into work, and I'm all caught up, and I'm sick of those people. So that's where I'm at. And yeah, sorry I didn't show you any exercises again. I'm going to figure that out. I don't exactly know how yet, but I'm going to do it. This is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other out there, okay? I'm going to try hard to do the same. And I will talk to you tomorrow.